How could it be that after filming starts, the male lead backs out and demands a higher salary? He really thinks his acting is that good. Producer, are there any suitable candidates for the male lead in a Xinxia drama? Replace him for me! He is the one. Send him the script. Have him join the crew as soon as possible.
This Takes Me Immortal Cultivation record is a top-tier big production with a budget of 10 billion. I never thought I'd have the chance to play the male lead. Leo, this opportunity. You must seize it. It should be this way. This should be where the film crew is, right?
Listen up, people of the Spirit Sword Sect. Hand over your sect's supreme treasure, the Taishu Divine Sword, immediately.
And your holy maiden. This holy sun will take her back for dual cultivation. Otherwise, this time will be the day your Spirit Sword Sect is destroyed.
Don't go too far. This Taishu Divine Sword is the life-bound treasure of our sect's supreme sword ancestor. You clearly want to use this to annex our Spirit Sword Sect. Although the sword ancestor is at the end of his reincarnation, the Spirit Sword Sect is not a soft persimmon that can be squeezed at will.
The Supreme Sword Ancestor.
That is right. The one who once, with his supreme sword intent, brought down the 33 heavenly rivers of stars. The peerless sword ancestor who suppressed the 10,000 demon cave. With a single sword, all the prodigies of the world, sitting beneath him to hear the Tao, would even lighten their breathing by 3 points. If he were here, how would you dare be so arrogant?
Stop boasting.
No matter how powerful the Sword Ancestor is, he still ended up with his soul scattered.
If the sword ancestor were dead, this sword seal would have long extinguished.
He is merely tempering his mortal body in reincarnation.
Tempering in reincarnation, the day he returns.
Wait for his return. Wait for his return.
Your Spirit Sword Sect disciples will all have big bellies.
A bunch of shameless scoundrels! Stop it!
Overreaching yourself.
Master, Rowan is useless. If I could draw the Taishi Divine Sword, I wouldn't let them bully us so wantonly.
So the scene has started! But why aren't there any cameras or crew? Could it be that from the moment I entered the sect, the filming had already started? So this is the legendary immersive filming to capture the actor's most authentic state. All cameras and crew are hidden in the shadows. This level of professionalism is amazing!
I, the Holy Sun, will strip you of all your clothes and hang you on the highest peak of my joyous union sect to welcome visitors from all directions.
Such good looks. Such a figure. She is the female lead. If I can use a fake kiss to kiss her during the scene later. Guaranteed trending topic! The script says the sword ancestor and the saintess have a destined bond. Then the dual cultivation scene would have to be filmed for 3 days and 3 nights. Her waist is so slim. It must feel great to hold her. Is it my turn to appear now? What line am I supposed to say now? How dare you! You brought 100 years of time have made you forget the edge of sword cultivators!
What is going on? How come he is so late and still hasn't shown up?
His phone keeps going unanswered.
Forget it. Forget it. Let's just switch actors. Come on. Yes, you right there. You'll take his place. You play the male lead.
I am the Supreme Sword Ancestor.
Merely decades in seclusion.
And the descendants of the Spirit Sword Sect have become so weak. But with me here today, no one dares harm a single disciple of my sect. I delivered that line so powerfully. The director will definitely give me a bonus chicken leg.
Sword Ancestor, you have returned from the cycle of reincarnation.
Sword Ancestor.
Your acting is really good. You nailed the camera angle for that spitting blood scene earlier. It had such a fragile, broken feel. The director will definitely give you a close-up.
Close-up? What is that? Is this person really our sect Sword Ancestor?
Holy Son, this kid doesn't have a trace of spiritual energy. He is probably just some fool out of a rendered inn from a mortal village.
Today, I will not only take the Taishu Divine Sword and the Holy Maiden, but I will also tear this insolent fool. Lim! From Lim!
Wait! This isn't the right sequence! How did the plot move so fast? I told you, a crucial scene like pulling the sword can't just be cut out. You have to at least let me prove my identity first.
Draw the sword.
That Taishu Divine Sword, the Sword Ancestor, has appeared. So, naturally, he must pull it from its sheath.
This kid actually thinks he is the supreme sword ancestor. In the past 100 years, countless prodigies have tried to pull that Taishu Divine Sword, and they all failed miserably. He sure dares to dream.
Let the kid hold the sword. If he can't, send him to be buried with the sword ancestor.
That is not right. What is wrong with font making it so tight? How am I supposed to pull it out?
Master, I don't sense any trace of spiritual energy from him. I am afraid there is a mistake.
The sword's imprint is not extinguished. Perhaps he is reincarnated to cultivate again.
I thought you were really the sword ancestor. But you are just a clown after all.
Gritty is the rush.
This prop is tight, I'll admit, but I never said I couldn't pull it out.
Enough. I don't have the patience to play house with you. I think you'd better just go to your grave peacefully. Next life, remember not to meddle in others' affairs.
Rice?
Master, apart from the sword ancestor himself, no one can awaken it. Could it be he really is the sword ancestor?
He is Sword Ancestor. The Sword Ancestor has returned.
This prop sword looks just like the real thing, and it even vibrates. And the particle effects. The director really spared no expense.
Holy Son, back when the sword ancestor suppressed the myriad demon cave, such a celestial phenomenon occurred. If he truly is the sword ancestor, we absolutely must not confront him head-on.
Impossible. He clearly has no spiritual pressure fluctuations.
Young master, better safe than sorry. Let's return to the sect and discuss this carefully.
Spirit Sword Sect. I'd like to see how long you can keep up your arrogance. Once Blood River ancestor of our joyous union sect emerges from seclusion, we will leave none of you alive. Not even a dog or chicken. Let's go!
The immortal ancestor has returned to his rightful place. The Spirit Sword Sect will flourish for 10,000 years.
From now on, we will no longer be trampled upon and bullied.
The eternal lamp in the Sword Ancestor Hall has been lit for you for 100 years. Please, Sword Ancestor, take your rightful place.
You are thoughtful.
Just when the Holy Son was about to achieve his goal, why, at this critical moment, did the Sword Ancestor return?
Continue to infiltrate the Spirit Sword sect as a spy. Keep an eye on that Sword Ancestor. If he truly is the reincarnation of the Sword Ancestor, so be it. If he is a fake, you know what to do.
No matter how well he pretends. So what? Back then, the Sword Ancestor's foremost disciple was refined into a cauldron by our joyous union sect. If you had even a trace of the Sword Ancestor's memory, how could you fail to recognize this jade talisman of a direct joyous union sect disciple at my waist? Figure like the Sword Ancestor is not someone you can impersonate.
The Holy Maiden hides spring grass in her hair, but just now, being chased by the Joyous Union sect, she lost her composure. Speaking of which, that scene just now. Shouldn't there be a part where I carry you in a princess carry?
The Supreme, being recorded in the scriptures, is clearly a fairy as cold as ice. Why now speak to me in such a frivolous tone? Could it be that you are dissatisfied with my performance just now? Sword Ancestor, you jest! How could a disciple of the Spirit Sword sect easily panic? It is Rowan who held the sect back.
Did I say something wrong? Why is this girl's reaction different from what I expected?
The Sword Ancestor is so close with our sect's Holy Maiden. Could it be that he has other intentions? I've heard that in the past, the Sword Ancestor revered the way of the sword and never got close to women.
What do you know? This is called building on screen chemistry. Did you think everyone is like you? Can't even find the camera position. Look there.
Sword Ancestor, what are you?
Striking. A pose. I've looked around the area. That direction is best for hiding a camera. They can't even find the camera lens. No wonder they can only be supporting actors.
What is striking a pose?
It is a required course for actors.
Watch closely, all of you.
If you learn it, it will be very helpful for your future. Little supporting actors like you don't need to learn it. You don't have a shot anyway.
Messing around.
You got a problem.
I wouldn't dare. It is just that if the Sword Ancestor truly has heaven, defying powers, why cling to such lowly tricks?
What do you know?
This is...
Just by relying on one move, taught by the Sword Ancestor, one has successfully broken through her realm.
Thank you, Sword Ancestor, for your guidance.
Golden Core, great perfection. Rohan, what is going on? You've been stuck at the early Golden Core stage for 3 years. How did you suddenly break through?
Just now, when I assumed this pose, I suddenly saw the trajectory of the star-chasing steps from the murals in the Sword Ancestor Hall appearing in my mind. My chi and blood began to circulate automatically along the star chart. The bottleneck in my chi-si that had stagnated for 3 years instantly collapsed. Master, this movement may seem casual, but it actually aligns with the celestial star tracks. It shares the same origin as the heavenly cycle sword cannon created by the Sword Ancestor.
So the Sword Ancestor was using a mortal posture to conceal Supreme Sword intent. This pose is clearly a method of guiding chi through form.
It must be a coincidence. Perhaps it is Senior Sister. After 3 years of hard training, it was already a natural progression. She was bound to break through today.
Over these 3 years, I have gained nothing. Without the Sword Ancestor's guidance, how could it be a natural progression?
I just taught a cool pose, didn't I? Why is everyone adding more drama than me? The main character? No way. I'm the protagonist after all.
You all practice diligently. Your camera presence during filming will improve.
Yes, Sword Ancestor.
I almost forgot.
There are cameras secretly filming me at all times. I am a professional actor. I need to maintain that immortal, otherworldly demeanor.
Can't break character.
So the Sword Ancestor had already seen through my stagnant cultivation and used this seemingly flippant method to make me shed mortal shame and face heaven's Tao with a fearless heart. It's expected of the Sword Ancestor.
No way.
Even the extras are showing off.
And copying my moves. Too competitive.
Our Spirit Sword sect now has the Sword Ancestor returning. Today, let the Sword Ancestor guide everyone through cultivation problems. Solve everyone's doubts.
What is going on?
That is not in the script.
A Sword Ancestor has reincarnated for 1,000 years with countless experiences. Today, help our own sect disciples improve their realms. Should not be a problem, right?
Alright, you bunch of troublemakers. Sneakily adding scenes to embarrass me? Ha! I've been a Handian extra for 10 years. A true actor. How can I not keep up with you? It is just improvisation. Let's see who acts better. Of course, no problem. As they say, a 9-story platform starts with a pile of earth. A 1,000-mile journey begins with the first step. The path of cultivation to the heavens is the same. The reason you've been unable to grasp our cultivation is because your foundation is not solid.
I've cultivated for 100 years, obsessed with raising my realm, but have been unable to break through the bottleneck. Now I think it must be due to this unstable foundation. Sword Ancestor, your insight is truly sharp.
I see. I was wondering why during cultivation, I always felt something was missing. May I ask the Sword Ancestor, how can this foundation be remedied?
Little rascals, watch me drive you crazy!
Of course it is. Cannot be remedied.
Cannot be remedied? Then all your talk has been nonsense. What Sword Ancestor? I think you are faking it.
Max, how dare you?
Don't be impulsive. What are you in a hurry for? I only said it cannot be remedied, but that doesn't mean there's no way.
Then tell us, what way?
Everyone knows, an unstable foundation is like a building about to collapse, and the only solution is one.
That is, abandon your martial arts. Start cultivation from scratch.
Abandon your techniques. That means starting from the beginning.
Sword Ancestor, this is truly too dangerous.
Yes, after abandoning techniques, one becomes like a mortal. Wouldn't 100 years of bitter cultivation become a joke? Is there no other safer way?
It is too late to change now. If I really abandon my techniques, how can we continue filming? Let's see how you wrap this up now. Director, you should show up in your cut now. Right.
Just as I thought. You are not the Sword Ancestor at all. What cultivator would abandon their own foundation? You are clearly taking advantage of us, not having seen real immortal methods. So you are talking nonsense. You want to trick all disciples of our Spirit Sword sect into abandoning their cultivation methods. To shake the foundation of our Spirit Sword sect. Sect leader, this person's motives are impure. Definitely not our sect's Sword Ancestor. Please, sect leader, see clearly.
Why does this guy always like to steal the spotlight? Could he be a villain?
Sword Ancestor, abandoning one's cultivation is truly dangerous. We are dull-witted. Could we use another method to repair the foundation?
She wants me to smooth things over. Then I'll reluctantly help the director out.
The great way is simple. Abandoning one's cultivation may seem dangerous, but it is actually a necessary opportunity to reconstruct the doubt foundation.
What if it doesn't succeed? Wouldn't our Spirit Sword sect be at others' mercy from then on? Sect leader, I strongly suspect this person now is a spy sent by the Joyful Union sect, impersonating the Sword Ancestor. Their purpose is to shake the foundation of our Spirit Sword sect. So that is how it is. I was wondering why the so-called cultivation movements look so strange. Turns out they were made up.
The Joyful Union sect is too treacherous. How dare they blaspheme our Sword Ancestor? Unforgivable!
Wait, there must be some misunderstanding here.
Sect leader, you don't need to explain for him. Legend has it that the treasure of the Sword Ancestor Hall, the spiritual pulse mirror, can illuminate a cultivator's 3 souls and 7 spirits. Whether he is the reincarnation of the Sword Ancestor, a single look will tell.
What harm is there in looking?
I am holding the script of the male lead in a Ciencia power fantasy. How could I be suppressed by you all?
You had better think it through. This spiritual pulse mirror will not help you lie. If you truly are the Sword Ancestor, then a sword mark will appear in the mirror.
Test as you wish. If I am not the Sword Ancestor, I'll accept whatever punishment you decide.
Fine. You said it yourself. Mirror cop.
Wait, this is...
How is this possible?
You...
No sword mark in the mirror. No spiritual root in the dentian. He is nothing but a mundane fraud. I'll give back my faith in the Sword Ancestor. Disciples of the Spirit Sword sect, hear my command. This man falsely claims to be the Sword Ancestor, spreading nonsense to deceive the masses. By sect rules, he must be hard-carved for the sword sacrifice.
Hot! Carve for the sword sacrifice!
No, what are you doing? I am the lead. This thing's in this script.
Don't touch him!
What? Oh. Are you going to betray the sect for a fraud?
I believe the Sword Ancestor is not a fraud. If not for him, our Spirit Sword sect would have been destroyed long ago. I am willing to cripple my cultivation and start over to prove the Sword Ancestor's identity.
No, this method is too dangerous. You are our sect saintess. Please don't act rashly.
My mind is made up.
Oh boy, that was kind of moving. But isn't this plot going a bit off track?
Female lead's cultivation is gone now.
How can we keep filming? Where is the director?
Rowan, you...
Sister Rowan, who'd have thought you'd cripple yourself for a phony? And what is the result? Not only did you not improve, but you've become a useless cripple. I told you he was lying. All disciples!
Follow me to avenge Sister Rowan.
How do you know? If I get written off, how can we keep shooting?
Rowan's spiritual meridians are being reorganized. This is the supreme realm of mending a broken sword within the Taishu divine sword art, unseen in 100 years.
How dare you disrespect a sword ancestor?
This is the sign of the broken sword being reforged in the Taishu divine sword art. A realm that, according to legend, only those with a special sword constitution can comprehend. Rohong actually reached it after crippling her own cultivation.
No, impossible. Crippling one's cultivation only makes one a cripple. Oh, could she?
The sword ancestor enlightened the disciple with a heaven-defying method. This old man still hesitated. Please punish me, sword ancestor.
So, it was us who were blind. We wronged you, sword ancestor.
The senior sister dared to cripple herself. What exactly are you still afraid of?
Holy.
These extras are amazing. That blood spit looks so real. This is 100 times better acting than some veteran actors those directors look for.
These special effects.
Such a grand scene. I get it now. If they had told us the plot beforehand, our acting would have become stiff and dull. No wonder the director didn't call cut. So he wanted us to improvise freely.
Please, calm down. Sect leader, it is not that we were incompetent. It is just that the sword ancestor of the Spirit Sword sect has returned.
Sword ancestor.
Yes, please see clearly. Sect leader.
The sword ancestor of the Spirit Sword sect forcibly entered reincarnation 100 years ago, and was burned by the karmic fire of the 9 nether yellow springs, destroying his 3 souls and 7 spirits. Now he can't even be reborn. How can he return?
That person appears to have no cultivation at all. Yet, he was able to draw the sword ancestor's personal sword, the Taishu divine sword.
Who says that is the real Taishu divine sword?
What do you mean, sect leader?
I said that day. Why? It was so coincidental. At such a critical moment, the sword ancestor just happened to return.
A mere broken sword fooled you.
Usage. Damn it! How dare they deceive me?
Rest assured, sect leader.
I will go again. This time, I will make the Spirit Sword sect flow with blood and bring back the real Taishu divine sword.
This time, don't disappoint me again.
Sword ancestor, after your reincarnation, your spirit root has not awakened. You need to start from a mortal body to reshape your sword bones. These cultivation techniques.
Isn't it just pretending to cultivate? Before, just striking a pose was praised as divine arts. This time, following the script will definitely be fine.
Sword ancestor. And also this. This is the supreme sword bone forging method, sealed in the set's forbidden ground. Only those with the sword ancestor's bloodline can cultivate it. Once mastered, the sword intent can slay 1,000 troops.
Alright. Just leave it here.
Then you must definitely remember to cultivate.
Where did the props team get this antique? Someone who doesn't know would really think it is some peerless technique. The director definitely wants this kind of moonlit sword immortal shot. Hold this pose for half an hour. Later, adding a starry sky effect in post-production will make it perfect.
Master, do you think the sword ancestor can succeed in his cultivation?
One night is too short. I am afraid it is probably unlikely.
Sect leader,
something terrible has happened.
The Joyous Union sect is attacking the mountain gate again.
What? The sword ancestor is at a critical moment in his seclusion.
The sword ancestor's seclusion must not be disturbed. We must buy some time for the sword ancestor.
How dare! Do not harm my spirit sword sect disciples!
Your spirit sword sect is truly pitiful. Finding some trash to impersonate the sword ancestor, you think that will scare me, the Holy Sun, away. Unfortunately, a fake is always a fake. Tell that imposter to come out and face me.
The sword ancestor is currently in seclusion. I advise you to withdraw now. Otherwise, when the sword ancestor emerges, he will not go easy on you.
Still pretending even now. This time, I will, in front of everyone, take you as my cauldron furnace on the spot.
You are asking for death!
She is broken through to the nascent soul stage. How is that possible? Last time we met, she was only at the early core formation stage.
200 years ago, our spirit sword sect's sword ancestor said the sword does not cut ants. Today, I shall show you beneath the sword ancestor.
There are no weaklings. After Rowan's spiritual veins were reorganized, he was able to provoke a resonance of sword energy. Back then, the sword ancestor said a sword cultivator needs no bone foundation, only a heart as firm as iron. So one truly can command the sword with will alone.
Such terrifying talent! Could it be that the spirit sword sect sword ancestor has really returned?
Silence! It is merely a breakthrough to the nascent soul stage. Do you think it can turn the world upside down?
I forgot to tell you. This Holy Sun reached the nascent soul great perfection 5 months ago.
Stop!
The skin of the saintess is indeed 100 times smoother than ordinary women's. What a pity. Such a beautiful body is about to become a plaything for our joyous union sect.
Doesn't the spirit sword sect boast that the sword never leaves its sheath?
And blood never stains the robes! What is the matter?
Has your sword ancestor sheath not been sharpened yet? While your blood has already splattered everywhere.
Today, I will use the blood sea of your spirit sword sect to prove the eternal path of a joyous union sect. You insolent brat!
The sword ancestor has emerged from seclusion.
It has been so long since I slept this comfortably.
I was wondering where everyone went. I looked all over and couldn't find anyone.
So you were sneaking off here to add extra scenes. This director is really bold. Making a censorship drama with this kind of borderline content. Can it really pass censorship?
Li Wang right. Your part is a bit over the top. Watch the boundaries. This is a positive energy censorship drama.
Sword ancestor! You finally come!
Does this count as adding extra scenes? If we get caught and it hits the trending topics, how would we explain it?
This actress's acting is really good. Her crimes even made me sympathetic.
Imposter, you finally dare to show yourself.
At this point, still trying to talk nonsense like a madman. To muddle through. Ridiculous.
I never expected that just as I've cultivated successfully, it would come up the mountain to cause trouble. Is the pacing this tight? Oh well, I am the protagonist after all.
Do you see that cloud? In a moment, a massive sword energy will come crashing down from the sky. This sword strike will be my first battle upon leaving the mountain.
It seems you've even managed to deceive yourself with your own lies. Massive sword energy descending from the sky. You don't actually think you are the sword ancestor, do you?
Why waste words with this worthless fool? Get to it quickly, so we can go back and report to the sect leader.
Sword, come!
Sword, come!
Scared me to death. That last move just now. I actually thought this waste had some special skill.
No reaction. If not, that's right. Could it be that after filming, they'll add the effects in post-production? No. I am a professional actor. I must have a sense of conviction. Even if there are no effects on set, I'll act as if sword energy fills the air.
It seems the soaring sword energy earlier was just a trick. You've had your fun, Holy Son. No need for you to deal with this waste. I'll handle it myself.
I told you.
How could this waste be the sword ancestor?
You, a nameless extra character, are you trying to steal the scene? Though I hold no sword in hand. In my heart, I have 10,000 swords!
Sword, come.
Holy Son! Save me!
Sword intent crushed.
He really is the sword ancestor.
No. Impossible. He clearly has no spiritual roots.
I thought the director would add post-production effects, but didn't expect them on set. This is so realistic. A top-tier production crew. But the blast was a bit sudden. I didn't have time to hit my mark.
Having trained for just a few days, you can already summon such fierce sword energy. As expected of the sword ancestor.
This kind of sword energy, I can have as much as I want.
The sword ancestor, in a mortal body, channels the heavenly sword intent. Such a heaven-defying talent.
The sword ancestor is invincible under heaven.
Are you really the sword ancestor?
How can you still be so clueless at this point? Truly, villains have no brains.
Quick, run! Return to the sect and report to the sect leader.
Disciples of the Spirit Sword Sect, hear my command! With the sword ancestor presiding, spare not a single one! Charge with me!
It seems this act is almost over. What's the next scene? Jeez, is the next one the intimate dual cultivation scene with the heroine?
The sword ancestor is truly open-minded. Even in the robe instruction, you are so particular about propriety.
Don't be nervous.
When the next scene comes, I'll use camera angles. I promise not to take advantage of you.
Next scene. Camera angles. I don't understand what the sword ancestor means.
You don't even know that. Could you be a new actor?
It's fine.
Just follow my lead. When the time comes, I'll guide you.
Once the dust settles, will the sword ancestor personally guide me? Wonderful!
Sword Ancestor! Under your might, the attacking disciples of the Joyous Union sect have lost their will to resist. After half an hour of battle, we have captured all the invaders from the Joyous Union sect. Awaiting your judgment!
Handle these matters yourself, as you see fit. I can't wait to guide our sect's saintess!
Really? Do we really have to do this? I feel so weird about this.
No choice! The audience loves watching it! This ancient style dance. It is bound to enchant those viewers. The upcoming dual cultivation plot will have to be paid for early access.
Take off clothes.
Yeah, if we don't take off clothes, how can the plot continue?
What is the sword ancestor talking about? Plot. Why can't I understand?
Hurry up, don't waste time.
Forget it. Since the sword ancestor says so, there must be a reason.
This figure! This camera angle! This! The director must be satisfied. The script says, the sword ancestor and the holy maiden have a life soul connection setting.
What? Dual cultivation!
Listen, the sword ancestor uses his life-bound sword heart to transfer breath into the holy maiden's spiritual veins, to help her stabilize her cultivation foundation. Just this part.
Rowan! The sword ancestor. For the century-long plan of the spirit sword sect, spares no effort to use his life-bound heart sword to transfer breath for you. Yet, you are still having wild thoughts. So what the ancient text said about cultivation partners, dual cultivation, is this meaning?
Of course. A professional actor must fully understand the script. Come, I'll first teach you how to pose.
Depict now! Womanizer! Release our sex scientists! Rowan, step aside. This man is frivolous. He must be another troublemaker from the Joyous Union sect. Let me run him through with my sword!
Senior, Sister Rowan, long time no see. Elder, you've misunderstood. It's not what you think.
Who are these two? Why so much drama?
This is our spirit sword sect's most powerful supreme elder, Purple Cloud Fairy, and that is her disciple, Ling Jiaya. She possesses an extreme immortal, spiritual root. Back then, if she hadn't been determined to take junior sister Jiaya a journey across the 8 wilds, the position of sect leader would never have fallen to my useless master. Uncle Master, it really is a misunderstanding. He's not a bad guy from the Joyous Union sect. He is the reincarnation of our sect's sword ancestor.
The drama's already halfway through. Why did 2 more characters suddenly appear? Could it be that these 2 girls are relatives of some investor? And they got in through the back door? Then shouldn't I be sucking up to them?
Sword Ancestor. It has been 100 years since the Sword Ancestor reincarnated. What reincarnation nonsense is this? It seems that during my absence from the sect, all kinds of riffraff have crawled out of the woodwork.
Senior Sister Rowan, Master said there are many bad people out there. Don't let yourself be fooled by them.
How dare you speak to me like that? Even if you have someone backing you, you can't slander me. Who is fooled?
Didn't you claim to be the Sword Ancestor? Fine. If you really are the Sword Ancestor, surely you can withstand 1 strike from me. If you are a fake, you can go down and apologize to the Sword Ancestor you impersonated. Watch my sword!
Whoa! Crazy woman! She strikes without warning.
Friendlies is a misunderstanding.
Oh, bastard. When I asked you to temporarily oversee the sect back then, this is how you managed it. You let a cripple without even a spiritual root pose as the Sword Ancestor. And even our sexentess was fooled by him.
Yes,
Junior sister.
let's talk this over calmly. Things aren't what you think. He really is the Sword Ancestor. I am not lying. Junior sister, why did you suddenly return?
If I hadn't come back, the sect would probably be destroyed by now.
What do you mean by that?
See for yourself.
This is clearly trying to drive our spirit sword sect to destruction. That Passion Union sect is truly vicious.
The Centennial Immortal Sector Tournament starts in a month. The Passion Union sect sends a challenge. If our Spirit Sword sect doesn't participate, where will our face be then?
Rowan has only just entered the nascent soul stage, and the Passion Union sect clearly planned this. How can we defend the sect in this tournament?
That is why I brought Jiao back. Jiao has awakened her Azure Phoenix bloodline now. She might be able to put up a fight 100 times better than some fake, without a spiritual root. Sword Ancestor, if you are truly capable, you should protect the spirit vein in the tournament, not grope the saintess.
This wasn't in the script. A Xianxia drama goes this hard. But it sounds like an audition for the crew. Perfect chance for me to show off my acting skills. Elder Zio, please calm down. I just picked this fruit. It is crispy and just right to fill your stomach during the breaks in filming.
Filming? You think our Spirit Sword sect is a theater troupe. From now on, if you can't trigger the resonance of the cold iron sword within 3 tries, then go to the chores department and carry manure.
This investor's relative is so temperamental. He must want me to show off more and get extra scenes. No problem. It is just a broken sword to resonate with. Just a woe to me. Sword, come!
Are you really the sword ancestor?
Of course, junior sister. See how standard my posture is. If you think I did well, could you put in a good word for me with your master? And give me more resources in the future.
But Master said that when the sword ancestor summons a sword, there are dragon roars and phoenix dances, celestial phenomena.
What does that mean? Is she questioning my acting skills? No. I finally have a chance to perform in front of the investor. I must seize it. Since junior sister doesn't believe me, it seems it is time to show my true power. Hey, Leo, have only one sword that can move mountains. Reverse the sea. Sever the river. Suppress demons. Split the sky. Sword, come.
What is happening? This is my bloodline power. It has been activated on its own.
Junior sister truly is the investor's relative, so all the special effects for me, the protagonist, have been added to her. I see. The director is setting me up with a playing dumb act. Let the junior sister showcase her potential first, then let me, as the sword ancestor, teach her. This highlights my hidden strength. Not bad. The Azure Luan bloodline lives up to its reputation. It can actually stir the sword tomb's intent, but the sword resonance is still lacking some finesse. It must be a mistake in your spiritual power circulation.
What do you mean? Was he deliberately doing that just now? Just to test my Azure Luan bloodline? What did I go wrong?
Watch carefully. Drawing the sword requires intention and breath to arrive together. Follow me. I, Leo.
I, Yang.
There is only one sword.
One sword can move mountains.
Overthrow seas.
Sever rivers.
Suppress demons.
Open the heavens. Sword.
Damn! The special effect is way more effective than my posing! Did the investors really give her the chosen one script?
I did this. No. Even if the Azure Luan bloodline is powerful, can it so easily make me manifest the bloodline power within me? Could you really be the sword ancestor?
As real as it gets.
Impossible! Absolutely impossible!
But, Master, the fact that I could resonate with the cold iron sword, is it really thanks to the sword ancestor's guidance?
That is right, junior sister. Are you still unwilling to believe at this point?
Guidance? You!
What is wrong? Looking down on people.
Fine. As long as you can. In front of me, guide my stubborn disciple to some effect. I'll believe you are the sword ancestor.
Please, sword ancestor, give your guidance.
You said it! Since you want to give guidance, guiding one is still guiding, and guiding two is also guiding. Roa, you should listen to.
Thank you, sword ancestor.
What are you waiting for? Let's get started now.
The path of cultivation lies in.
You actors are usually under too much work pressure. Your bodies are too stiff. Come. Take a deep breath. Want to relax. Imagine you are a feather. Light and airy.
Relax.
Yes, that is right. Relax. You usually cultivate too tensely. Your bodies are stiff, so spiritual energy doesn't flow smoothly. You need to stretch your muscles and bones.
Stretch muscles and bones.
Watch closely. Professional actors' body training emphasizes being relaxed, but not slack. Got it. 看，
要細就偷食 P 術。
Come, point your toes straight. That way. The shot will make legs appear 10 inches longer.
Lord, sword ancestor, men and women should not touch each other.
This is called professional guidance. You come over too. Let me see if your posture is correct. Imagine yourself as a proud divine bird. Keep your arms stretched out. Your eyes must be fierce. If you perform well, I'll add you to the next scene.
How disgraceful! A sword cultivator, practicing such embarrassing moves. You take this for a pleasure district. I believe you.
I think I've broken through to the golden core. This is the 9 Phoenix Saint body. Like Junior Sister, I've awakened my Saint body too.
No way! Even doing yoga comes with special effects. The effects team is cheating!
How is this possible?
The special effects budget is burning! This round of yoga teaching is just godlike? Just a petty trick. This sword, Ancestor, casually instructs, and it surpasses your century of hard training.
The 9 Phoenix sacred body and Qingguan bloodline awaken simultaneously. Could it be that our spirit sword sect truly has a glimmer of hope in the grand tournament?
The Sword Ancestor uses miraculous arts to enlighten disciples. Such a life-changing grace. The Spirit Sword sect will never forget. Junior Sister, the Sword Ancestor's might is fully revealed. Please withdraw your prejudice.
No, impossible. He absolutely cannot be the Sword Ancestor.
Even now, you still doubt if he isn't the Sword Ancestor. Could he make Jael break through so quickly? And make Rowan awaken her sacred body? Junior Sister, don't be confused. Apologize to the Sword Ancestor at once.
What does this have to do with an imposter? It is clearly because Jiao has traveled with me all these years, had many adventures, and accumulated much experience. So naturally, it fell into place. As for Rowan, perhaps the aura of Qingguan stirred her bloodline. That is why she awakened today.
Say no more.
Since the disciples have all improved now, I will find a way myself to resolve this sect. Prizes.
Why do I feel like we've been set up by Capital? Can such a stupid woman even be an actress?
That is how it is. The Immortal Sect competition starting in a month concerns the life and death of our sect. We need to pool our resources and prepare.
That is right. Starting today, all the cultivation resources of the sect will be pooled together and supplied to the Saints and Jaya, so they can improve their cultivation and fight for our sect.
And give them the resources. Otherwise, I am afraid annexing the Spirit Sword sect will take extra effort. I think it is inappropriate to concentrate all resources on Rowan and Jael.
What did you say?
If we pour the entire sect's resources onto those two alone, won't that dishearten the other disciples? Are we not members of the sect too? That is right! We also need to cultivate! If all resources are concentrated on them, what about us?
Indeed, if the sect faces a crisis, won't we have to fight too? It is not like only the two of them will contribute.
How dare you!
Junior Sister, calm down. Think of the bigger picture. They are indeed disciples of our sect.
I hold the moral high ground. Let's see what you can do. Without resources, your Spirit Sword sect, what will you use to withstand the prodigies from other sects?
Let's discuss today's matter later.
Everyone, disperse.
Sword Ancestor, do you have a plan?
What is the point of asking an imposter? Useless?
Let me see. The Spirit Sword Sect is in a resource crisis. The Sword Ancestor took the 2 leading ladies out to seek opportunities. Got it?
Resources don't matter. If the disciples want them, let them take them.
Do you even know what you are saying? Our sect's foundation is already weaker than other established sects. If we can't get cultivation resources, how can we defeat them?
Don't worry. I have plenty of resources, as many as you need. Leave Rowan and Jael to me. I guarantee their cultivation won't fall behind.
Ridiculous!
I can't be bothered with you.
Awesome! Where are we going?
Let's go.
I'll take you to find great opportunities.
Off we go!
Does he think that by being mysterious and randomly making up some vague nonsense, I would believe him? Follow me. This matter must be resolved.
Holy Son, are you alright?
I am fine.
The Spirit Sword Sect has accepted the challenge. I've already managed to scatter their resources. The Spirit Sword Sect's destruction is inevitable.
Good.
But now that the Purple Cloud Fairy has returned with her intelligence, if I continue to stay undercover, I am afraid there is a risk of exposure. Could I perhaps?
Not yet. Wait until our Joyful Union sect has completely absorbed the Spirit Sword sect. Then you can come back. Don't worry. The elder position promised to you is definitely yours.
It was clearly agreed for 3 years. 3 years turned into another 3. It has been almost 10 years. Holy Son, now that the Sword Ancestor has returned, if we can never absorb the Spirit Sword Sect, do I have to be an undercover forever?
Of course not. The Blood River Ancestor is about to revive from the Forbidden Land after the Immortal Sect's grand competition begins. Even if that trash really is the Sword Ancestor, he won't escape death. The Spirit Sword Sect will eventually be ours.
The Blood River Ancestor, who single-handedly massacred the entire cultivation world back then. Has the sect leader found a way to revive him?
That is right.
Long live the Joyful Union sect forever!
What? A Blood River Ancestor is about to revive!
News just came in. The Joyful Union sect is probably about to make a comeback. But Junior Sister, you don't need to worry too much. Now that the Sword Ancestor has returned, we are not afraid of the Blood River Ancestor.
Senior brother, you are confused! That's trash. How could he be the Sword Ancestor? Placing all hope on a fraud. You want the sect to be destroyed?
Even if Rowan and Jael's cultivation has soared a lot now, but facing the Blood River Ancestor, they are still no match. Apart from the Sword Ancestor, we have no other way.
There is one more person.
Who?
Jiyu Jianquang.
What? That sword maniac who went into cultivation deviation? No, absolutely not. If we ask him to come out, the sect may suffer backlash.
Look at this spot, with mist-shrouded peaks behind us, and sparkling water ahead. The director will definitely make this a hidden dungeon. Once we catch a big fish, they'll add a golden glow effect in post-production. It'll be a perfect iconic scene.
A Sword Ancestor. This is the Dragon Lock Pond. Legends say it suppresses an ancient demon dragon. The sect leader forbids disciples from approaching. You won't catch any fish here.
Yes, that is exactly the setup. Don't you see? The mist over the pond was prearranged by the VFX team. What does that tell you? It means the atmosphere crew is already in place.
Sword Ancestor, but the pond water hasn't stirred yet.
Be patient. Professional actors need to believe in the scene. Director, give me more wind. Blow my robe up.
Sword Ancestor!
Be careful! It is the guardian demon dragon of the Dragon Lock Pond.
Well, this effect is pretty good. The director's team really kept it hidden. They even got a dragon.
See? It took the bait.
Demon dragon that even immortals had to suppress with sword intent has been caught by you fishing, as expected of the sword ancestor.
Sword ancestor is amazing. Just casually fishing. And you catch an ancient divine beast.
Junior sister, Hugo Jianquang has already fallen into demonic madness. If we ask him to come out, the sect may suffer backlash.
I know. You've been nagging me the whole way. I'll consider it myself. Hey, isn't this our great sword ancestor? What are you doing fishing here? Do you know what this place is? Aren't you afraid for your life?
Huh? What place?
This is the dragon locking pool. There is an ancient demonic dragon inside. Ordinary cultivators forget about catching fish here. If they stay a bit longer, they'll be in danger of their lives.
What? Demonic dragon? Are you talking about this little fish? I suppressed it long ago. It'll be cooked soon. Look.
Are you saying this is a demonic dragon? Do you think I am like Jaya, an inexperienced young disciple, and can be easily fooled?
Just now, a black dragon really emerged from the pool. Special effects.
Special effects.
No. That dragon was terrifying. But as soon as it appeared, the sword ancestor caught it. It didn't even dare to breathe a single dragon's breath.
Don't talk nonsense. The demonic dragon in the dragon locking well is an ancient mutant. Back then, the immortal lord barely sealed it with 3,000 years of cultivation, and relying on him, a mortal without even a spiritual root, can make the demonic dragon submit. Jaya, don't let this cheat lead you astray.
Master, the third ancestor is really powerful. Last time, he told me to guide the sword. Special effects. A scene. The phantom of a blue lamp appeared. Please trust me just this once.
Little junior sister, don't worry. This is the script.
It is my turn to show off. Fairy, how about this? Let's make a bet. If I can cook this demonic dragon into a soup, will you acknowledge me as the sword ancestor?
I'd like to see how you are going to cook the demonic dragon into fish soup. Jaya, let's go. Follow this madman for now. If he dares to play any tricks, I will not forgive him lightly. Sword ancestor? I heard the sword ancestor possesses supreme sword intent and doesn't partake in worldly affairs. Now you soup to fiddle with mundane things before this broken stove. You don't even know how to pretend properly.
Fairy, what you said? Haven't you heard that the smell of cooking suits mortal hearts the most? Little junior sister, help me catch a fish from the water tank. This fish going into the pot is the real highlight.
Junior sister Jia, don't be afraid. The sword ancestor here. The evil dragon wouldn't dare cause trouble.
This is the aura of the void purifying dragon technique. That year, the sword ancestor used this technique to refine the dragon bone.
Ridiculous. He is a mere mortal body. How could he possibly perform the sword ancestor's ultimate skill? It must be some heretical trick. Wait, what is this?
This is a good thing. It enhances flavor and aroma.
Enhances flavor and aroma. But this fragrance, I feel like I've seen it in ancient texts. Sounds like...
This is the heartstring orchid from the Joyous Union sect.
Such a sacred medicine is hard for even a nascent soul-stage cultivator to resist. You are giving us the joyous powder. What exactly are you plotting?
What? Joyous powder? What? Love potion?
Fine.
You, sword ancestor! Today, even if I exhaust all my cultivation, I will!
This really is the love potion. But how come I feel nothing at all?
But, sword ancestor, I'm so hot.
Impossible.
But the crew member gave it to me.
Lord Sword, Ancestor, we searched several mortal villages and gathered all the things you need. Also, this. Every mortal kitchen uses this for cooking.
Go.
You are thoughtful. The director team is really thoughtful. Even the prop assistant, who delivers my props, is so immersed in character, and even brought seasoning.
Oh, sword ancestor, I am so hot.
You monkey! I've been tricked! The director is trying to use me for show effect and stir up buzz! Wanting to make me trend on social media!
Calculating the time. The drug should be taking effect by now, right? Hey, brother, where are these mortal tools being sent? Where are they being sent?
Senior brother, these are per the Sword Ancestor's orders.
What does the Sword Ancestor need these things for?
No idea. Twould ask to pry into the Sword Ancestor's affairs.
Like this. I think the Sword Ancestor must have taken an interest in cooking. These are the most popular things in the mortal world. Take them, eh? Having taken the Huang Sex Ultimate Aphrodisiac, I want to see how the Purple Cloud Fairy can still tolerate you.
Don't mess around! The cameras are still rolling!
Sword ancestor, I can't take it anymore. See? Give me 0.
Snap out of it! You two! This is really pissing me off!
Master, you come too!
You scumbag! I will definitely kill you!
Give it to me. I want.
What are you three doing? Stop groping around! Having an orgy on set will make headlines! Director! If you don't call cut now, I won't be able to hold myself back!
Sword ancestor, I am feeling so terrible.
Stop! Stop! This script is all wrong! Director! This added scene is way too intense! If this gets broadcast, won't I be blacklisted?
I nearly lost my Dao heart. That was close.
Just now, what is going on? Oh my god, Sword ancestor, I am sorry.
Go ahead. How do you want to die?
It was so dangerous just now. But the director didn't even call cut. He is way too carefree. What is done is done. Here, have a taste. Yeah, you were way too harsh just now. If you want some, get it yourself.
Eating too much of this worldly food will accumulate impurities in a cultivator's body. The more you eat, the more impure your constitution becomes. Anyone with even a little cultivation wouldn't indulge in such carnal desires.
Fine, don't drink that. Yeah, don't listen to your master. Would you like some?
No thanks, I am not that hungry yet.
Even if I starved to death, even if I jumped off this place, I wouldn't eat a single bite of your food.
What a waste of good food on a boar. Rowan, ignore it. Let's eat our own.
Sword ancestor, then I'll help myself.
I can see you are really hungry.
Breakthrough! This fish soup. It actually has marrow cleansing and vein purifying effects. This isn't an ordinary fish.
Of course not. Master, didn't I say it is that demon dragon from the dragon locking pool? I've never eaten demon dragon meat before. Maybe We should have some too.
There's no way it is an ancient demon dragon. Could it be that the Harmony Sect's sacred medicine, after being boiled at high temperature, released its medicinal effects? As expected of the Harmony Sect's sacred medicine.
Are you two really not drinking? If not, I'll pour it out.
Fine. I'll drink.
Master, your complexion looks much better. Those old injuries that plagued you for years are all healed.
It is just a homely dish. Want another bowl?
Pass the sect leader's order! The 100 sect tournament is moving up! Everyone, proceed to the main hall immediately for a meeting!
What? Yes? Moving on.
Just received the news. The 100 Sects Grand Competition has been moved up. It will begin in 3 days.
It must be the Joyous Union sect pulling strings behind the scenes.
Rowan is still just a hair away from the nascent soul stage. Our sect is also severely lacking in top-tier combat power. They're trying to force us into a corner.
Could this be a new plot twist from the crew? Just in time, I've been needing a stage to show off my acting skills. The director really understands me.
Don't panic. I've got connections up top with me here. There is no way we can lose, no matter what.
That is what the sword ancestor up above said. Could it be the heavenly Dao?
The scriptwriter gave me a protagonist cheat code. If we lost with this, that would be the real problem.
You actually think you are the sword ancestor now.
Don't worry. Just go about these 3 days as usual. I'll handle it myself.
The grand competition is in 3 days. The Joyous Union sect must have come prepared.
Why worry? Look how hard they're training. Besides, you'll still have me, the sword ancestor. Damn! Even the extras are this dedicated. Wait! This blood's viscosity is off. This isn't the prop department's blood pack. This is real blood! Could it be that there is some realistic blood prop on the market now? So convincing it looks like the real thing. Can fake it so well. This special effects ointment is way too realistic. Where did the director get this prop?
What prop? This is the trauma ointment you specially prepared for the sect back in the day. Sword ancestor, have you forgotten?
Oh, really? Maybe I've been reincarnated for too long. I've forgotten these trivial matters.
I didn't expect.
They're even more into character than I am. The director is something else. Ever since I joined this crew, I haven't had a single day off. If it weren't for my superb acting, this crew would have been done for long ago. Prop department has gone crazy. They actually sharpened the prop sword. What if an actor gets hurt? Where is the prop master? Come see what you've done. Can you afford the responsibility if an accident happens?
What prop master? Sword ancestor? What are you talking about? It is common for disciples to get injured while practicing swords. Send them to the Pale Elder to rest a few days, and they'll be fine.
Could this all be part of the director's see?
Forgive me, sword ancestor. My disciple's tendons are broken. I am afraid I'll need several days to recover.
Sword ancestor, are you alright?
Impossible. Then this rock must be made of foam.
Yes.
It must be. Not a prop! No matter which film crew it is, they would never use a real sharpened sword for a scene. This sword just looks real.
That must be it.
Ouch! That really hurts! The sword is actually real! The director must have set up some new immersive experience, trying to squeeze an Oscar-worthy performance out of me. But if it is a movie shoot, there must be cameras somewhere. Right! Cameras!
Sword ancestor, are you alright?
Roha, look over there. Do you see that? Tell me. There must be a hidden micro camera there.
Sword ancestor, what micro camera? What is wrong with you? Has the sword ancestor gone into demonic possession?
Since you won't tell me, I'll find it myself!
Director!
Stagehand!
Where is everyone?
This whole mountain. Only this spot could hide someone. But where'd they?
Where are the cameras? There must be hidden camera positions. Right. Have you heard? Sword Ancestor seems to have gone a bit mad lately.
Back when the Sword Ancestor forcefully breached reincarnation, he was scorched by the netherworld karmic flame. Many of his memories are fragmented. It is normal for him to fall into demonic possession from time to time.
How could this happen? Fragmented memories. Could I really have stumbled into a Sensiao world?
With battle looming, every extra effort in sword practice.
Miss one, let's drop of blood in the future.
Over here's camera! Give me a 360-degree slow motion shot!
Nonsense. The 100 Sect tournament is imminent. Why aren't you training?
Stop acting! Are you an actor from Taishu Cultivation Record? How much did the director pay you? And where is the camera hidden in this venue? Is it a drone follow shot?
What does the Sword Ancestor mean? I am the saintess of the Spirit Sword sect, not an actor zero.
What about you two? Guest roles shoved in by the investors.
Sword Ancestor, what are you talking about?
Sword Ancestor, are you alright?
Could all of this be real? Amaranth! Director! I quit this show! Take me to the hospital now!
If you keep spouting nonsense and demoralizing the troops, don't blame me for being rude to you.
Director Chong! Producer Wang! You hear me? Stop hiding! Don't mess with me!
If this isn't a film shoot,
then how am I supposed to survive?
The Grana competition is about to start. If we don't unseal Sword Maniac now, our entire sect will die.
The Sword Ancestor said there would be a way.
Junior sister, Sword Maniac slaughtered cultivators from 3 sects back then.
Don't I know that all too well?
We might as well take a gamble and bet that Sword Maniac still has a shred of consciousness left.
Although the Sword Ancestor's behavior these past 2 times has been a bit strange, I still believe in the Sword Ancestor.
I believe too.
You Fine. Then we'll have to leave it to fate.
Our joyous sect's sacred medicine didn't work. Using resources to sow discord instead helped him establish his prestige.
Do you know why I had you go undercover for 10 years? Spirit Sword Sect's Sudoku Sword Maniac is the only defeated opponent the Sword Ancestor failed to kill back then.
You mean?
Unseal him. Let the Spirit Sword sect fight amongst themselves.
What if he regains his sanity?
I obtained this from Blood River Patriarch.
Your subordinate understands. Sword Maniac, why not break the seal now? What are you waiting for? You are not from the Spirit Sword sect. As expected of 1 second only to the Sword Ancestor and the Blood River Old Ancestor, you saw through my identity at a glance. But that is as far as you'll get.
Is that Dougal Sword Maniac? Did Dougal Sword Maniac break the seal?
How is that possible? Who exactly unlocked him?
Kill! Slay everyone in the Spirit Sword sect! Has he fallen into demonic possession again?
The demon sealed in the rear mountain of the Spirit Sword sect awakens. The Sword Ancestor turns the tide.
Matches up.
Everything matches up. I was wondering why I couldn't find a single staff member. So the director added a night shoot tonight.
Senior Sword Maniac,
I am an outer disciple.
Outer sect.
I'd kill you all the same.
Jael, quickly take the sect leader away. Rowan, protect the disciples.
So they are shooting a night scene here. Old man, your opponent is here.
Sword Ancestor.
Sword Ancestor, danger!
Sword Ancestor, even more deserving of death.
Sword Ancestor, Dodge, you're no match for him now. You are no match for him now.
No matter, I'll take care of it. Today I'll see if filming a scene can really cut me.
Sword Ancestor!
This is Carefree Sword.
I knew it. What a lousy technique. It is just for show. Can't scare a professional actor.
How is this possible?
Now it is my turn. Sword, come!
I should define sword. Even if it is the Taishu divine sword. So what? Today I will kill you for sure! No. Impossible!
Quite high. Too bad in the script. I am the protagonist. Oh man, you are done!
So, he really is the Sword Ancestor. Sword Ancestor, forgive this disciple for his poor eyesight.
It is fine. Everyone has worked hard. But your acting skills are really good. Especially Rowan, just now. For a moment, I thought you were really going to die.
If the Sword Ancestor hadn't arrived in time, I am afraid today the Spirit Sword sect would have been a river of blood.
Truly all professional actors, always staying in character. Really impressive. It seems the director's earlier arrangements were also intentional. Only by immersing me deeply into the play could he maximize the sense of immersion. That is why he didn't come forward to explain. As a professional actor, I almost wasted the director's well-intentioned efforts.
It seems the Sword Ancestor hasn't fully recovered yet.
It has been confirmed that the Sword Ancestor has indeed returned from reincarnation. I must send this intelligence back to the sect. Greetings, Holy Son! Greetings, Blood River Ancestor!
The armies of the 7 great sects are gathering. After tomorrow's grand competition, we can take down the Spirit Sword sect in one fell swoop. How is the task? I assigned you progressing.
I have confirmed. Sword Ancestor of the Spirit Sword sect is Leo. His strength is unfathomable. Even Du Jianquang was killed by him in a single strike. Please, sect leader, make thorough preparations.
What? Even a powerful cultivator of Dugo Jianquang's caliber couldn't withstand a single sword. The Sword Ancestor has truly returned from reincarnation.
What is so strange about that? There are always some unfathomable techniques in this world. It is not impossible to traverse reincarnation alone.
Sect leader, the Sword Ancestor of the Spirit Sword sect is profoundly powerful. He won't be easy to deal with. Or perhaps we should avoid his edge for now. The power of that sword strike.
Even recalling it now sends chills down my spine.
Going against Leo, do we really stand a chance?
Even the Sword Ancestor in his prime didn't frighten me. Let alone the Sword Ancestor who has become immortal now. Avoid his edge. Fetch the blade.
No matter. This is the top-grade poison of our Joyous Union sect. Fat fragrance tendon softening powder. Even the Sword Ancestor cannot resist it tonight. find a way to weaken the Sword Ancestor's strength as much as possible.
After tomorrow's grand competition, the 7 great sects will launch a full-scale assault on the Spirit Sword sect.
Junior brother, where did you run off to? These are troubled times. All the disciples are preparing for battle, and only you disappeared. The sect leader looked for you all afternoon.
I went to buy cigars for the Sword Ancestor. Yes, I went to buy cigars for the Sword Ancestor.
Cigars.
Tomorrow is the great battle, and I was worried the Ancestor wouldn't rest well tonight, so I went to the Hall of Rare Treasures and bought a calming incense. This incense has the effect of calming the mind and settling the spirit.
You've worked hard. Very thoughtful.
It was no trouble. Only if the Sword Ancestor rests well, will he have more energy tomorrow to protect our Spirit Sword sect. Here, let me light it for the Sword Ancestor. Tomorrow, the sect will lead the 7 major sects to besiege us. Now you have been poisoned by Blood River Ancestor's 5 fragrance soft bone powder. The Spirit Sword sect is doomed to fall tomorrow.
This incense.
Good thing I was smart and took the antidote in advance. Finally figured it out. Too bad you discovered it too late. Even if you are the Sword Ancestor of the Spirit Sword sect.
This incense smells good. You put thought into it.
Huh?
Isn't this the smell of a cigar? It has been so long since I last had one. Haven't smoked since I came up the mountain. What did you just say? Even if I am the Sword Ancestor of the Spirit Sword sect, and then what?
Even if you are the Sword Ancestor of the Spirit Sword sect, you would definitely be unable to put it down.
Does it really smell that good?
That is impossible. Last time you said even the Sword Ancestor, in front of this 5 fragrant soft bone powder, couldn't hold out for more than 10 breaths. How is he acting as if nothing's wrong? Good thing Blood River Ancestor was resourceful. He foresaw this situation and gave me a divine artifact. I don't believe it. Sword Ancestor, here, have a strong one.
It is a good thing.
Ancestor, see how good I am to you. Quick,
Try the taste.
quick, try how it tastes. When Blood River Ancestor found it, the sky showed an anomaly. A few big words appeared in the sky. 1 stick a day, early to the Western Paradise. Enough proof of this mind, bewildering smoke's power. Sword Ancestor, what is wrong? What do we do? Could he have sensed something?
It feels like something's missing.
What is missing?
A little. I know. It is missing a sense of ceremony.
A sense of ceremony.
Yes, that is it. Wait a moment. Here, put on this robe first. Do you remember everything I just taught you?
How dare you bully me like this? I'll endure it. I'll watch you finish this smoke. What should I do tomorrow? All remembered. Please, Sword Ancestor, give it a try.
Not bad. Now, there is a sense of ceremony.
Sword Ancestor. What now?
I have the smoke, yet I won't smoke it. Sword Ancestor, I am just playing around. All right. Just kidding. Go ahead. No need to stay with me here.
Though it has been a long and winding road, at least. I managed to fool him after all. Smoke away. Smoke away. Tomorrow morning, I'd like to see what you'll do.
This crappy script even has a tragic love ending. The Sword Ancestor is poisoned with a rare toxin. Rowan and Lin Jiayao are kidnapped, becoming playthings and cauldrons for the entire Joyful Union sect. This director is ruthless. To make it taking, he made me pretend to be poisoned. Fine, watch my acting.
Greetings, Fairy Ziyun.
The grand competition is about to begin. I am here to find the Sword Ancestor and prepare countermeasures against the enemy in advance.
Find the Sword Ancestor? The Sword Ancestor is probably already poisoned to death by now. Spirit Sword Sect, just wait to die. I am also under the sect leader's orders. He invites the Sword Ancestor. Let's go together.
This smoke.
Oh no! This is poisonous smoke!
It must be the 7 major sects sneaking in yesterday,
Trying to assassinate the Sword Ancestor!
Quick!
Hurry! Follow me in to save the Sword Ancestor!
With this much smoke, even an immortal would be poisoned to death. Still safe. Save my...
No way! This smoke is too toxic. We can't go in. If the Sword Ancestor dies, you are our Spirit Sword sect's last top combat power. We absolutely cannot have any more problems.
No, can't stand by and watch the Sword Ancestor come to harm.
Move aside.
Let me through! I've been poisoned. I feel my spiritual power is draining away. As for the grand competition, it is all up to you now.
The Sword Ancestor isn't dead, but judging by his current state, he is as good as dead. It seems the Spirit Sword sect's destruction is all but certain.
Sword Ancestor, what is wrong with those two?
Oh, it is nothing. They inhaled too much secondhand smoke last night. Choked on it.
How did I fall asleep? Outside. Slept so comfortably.
Cough! Cough!
Sword Ancestor, you've been poisoned.
I don't know how it happened.
Is it this poisonous smoke?
That shouldn't be. If there was something wrong with the smoke, then why are senior sister Rowan and I fine?
Cough! 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 Maybe it is because this poisonous smoke is rather special. The higher one's cultivation, the easier it is to be poisoned. Those with low cultivation are unaffected instead. Now is not the time to investigate this. The other sects will arrive very soon. I am currently unable to mobilize my spiritual energy. It is hard to resist the enemy.
Sword Ancestor, rest assured, I am still here. I will defend the sect to the death. Me too, Sword Ancestor. Please rest assured, with your guidance over this period, they surely won't be a match for us.
God, I am counting on you. Didn't expect those two to get into character so quickly. Don't worry, I definitely won't let you both die in vain. I'll make sure the director gives you more screen time first.
Spirit Sword sect, come out and die.
They've arrived. Blood River Ancestor has finally come. The humiliation that Spirit Sword sect has brought me these days. I'll make you pay back all of it.
The 100 Sects tournament has already begun. Spirit Sword sect sure puts on airs. How dare they not come to greet us?
Isn't this the 100 Sects tournament? How dare you trespass into our Spirit Sword sect?
At a time like this, why bother with such nonsense? Today, our Joyful Union sect has come to destroy you. If your Spirit Sword sect loses, the men will be sent to the Dragon Kiln to mine spirit stones. The women will come to our Joyful Union sect as cauldrons, and you will be expelled from the ranks of the 8 great immortal sects.
Previous tournaments had no such rule.
Your Spirit Sword sect has been at the bottom for years. Now, you only have a mortal sword ancestor. If you still stand on equal footing with us, wouldn't that disgrace the reputation of the 8 great immortal sects? You might as well hand over your plaque now to save yourselves the embarrassment.
The cultivation world is all about survival of the fittest. Without strength, Distraction is only natural.
You heard that? My rules are the rules.
Tell me, you female disciples of Spirit Sword Sect, every single one of you has such a pretty face. Why cling to a worthless sect? Why not come to our sect and serve me? I could spare your lives today.
Don't go too far.
Spirit Sword Sect has truly declined. They actually let a poisoned mortal sword ancestor take charge.
Look at his darkened face. His spiritual power is in disarray. He has probably been poisoned by the Joyful Union sect.
Damn, these guys sure know how to add drama. Compared to me, they're still way off. Poison or not, it doesn't matter. You know the tournament rules. If you've got guts, settle it on the platform.
If Spirit Sword Sect loses, men become slaves, women become maidservants.
Sword Ancestor 3! I think it is the flavor 3.
Look at him now. He probably can't even hold a sword steady. He relies entirely on women for support.
Sword Ancestor, please recover first. Let the disciples go first.
But the next match, I must fight personally.
Elder Wang, I am here. You fight the first match. Let the Spirit Sword Sect see the gap in strength.
Let me go up first and lose a match to dampen your Spirit Sword Sect's morale. See how you can resist our Bliss Sect anymore. Let me go! Let me go, Sword Ancestor! Let me go! I will not let you, the Ancestor, down.
Fine. Then you go first?
Don't worry. I guarantee I'll lose. I'll take you on.
It seems Max intends to deliberately lose to us, to strike at the Spirit Sword Sect's morale.
Not bad, not bad.
You want to bring shame on yourself? Then I'll grant you a wish.
Come on!
You got a cultivate?
Although my junior brother's cultivation level is still low, but all disciples of our Spirit Sword Sect have learned powerful techniques from the Sword Ancestor. It doesn't mean we will lose.
Earlier, I was blind and foolish. Now that I think about it, this posture actually aligns with a heavenly doll. Truly a supreme technique.
Come on, as long as you hit me, I'll just lie down on the ground and then admit defeat.
Huh. Not moving at all. Looks like he is completely given up. Good. As expected of a pillar of our harmony sect.
How is that possible?
How could this happen? What is going on? Didn't they say the Spirit Sword Sect had already declined? The tower. Could it be unleashed by a mere disciple?
What kind of stance is that? The power it erupted. Even Holy Sunlay of the Harmony Sect can't withstand it.
The rumor that the Sword Patriarch of the Spirit Sword Sect has returned from reincarnation. It can't be true, can it?
Ancestor, when did he learn such a powerful technique?
It seems he has betrayed us. How dare he help the Spirit Sword Sect against us?
This despicable man.
How could this happen? I didn't mean to win. Not good. If this continues,
I won't even be able to return to the sect. No, I have to lose. I can't use the technique Leo taught me anymore. Take advantage of your weakness and finish you off. How dare you attack my Spirit Sword Sect?
Oh no! I can't block or dodge it. I am going to die here. Number, it doesn't hurt. I am fine.
He is too powerful. I have already used all my strength. I can't even budge him an inch! I can't break through his defense at all!
What is going on? Could it be that I misjudged him just now?
How is this possible? Is the so-called chief elder really that strong?
Seems like he really has some skills.
It seems the pillar of my Hanhuan sect hasn't betrayed us. That was just an accident. Is this all the Spirit Sword sect has? And you had the audacity to tell me to kneel and beg for mercy. What a disgrace! If your entire sect is this weak, you might as well surrender.
How dare you look down on me?
I'll fight you with everything I've got!
Is that all? Did you skip lunch?
What kind of monster is he? I can see that. Junior brother has already used all his strength, but he can't even shake him the slightest bit.
How boring. Too weak. You are not worthy. Sunday scorching creation palm.
Sword Ancestor, I am no match for him at all. The 7 great sects are full of hidden talents. Too powerful. Maybe we should just surrender quickly.
It seems the disciples of your Spirit Sword sect are nothing special after all.
Anyone else?
Though Elder Wang is arrogant in his attitude, his strength is truly formidable. Max is considered an outstanding figure among the younger generation of our sect. Yet he lost so miserably. The strength he displayed is probably more than even I can handle. Sword Ancestor, what we do now?
With such meager strength, you still dare to boast that I would kneel and admit defeat? How boring. Not a single one worth fighting.
There is still me.
You must be the saintess of the Spirit Sword sect, Roa. Right.
So, what if I am?
I've long heard that your beauty could topple kingdoms, as lovely as an immortal. Now that I see you today, truly, your grace is unparalleled. Once the Spirit Sword sect is destroyed today, after the Ancestor and the Holy Sun have had their fill, I, Alter Zion, will also have a taste of you.
How dare you!
Prepare to die.
The Saintess' sword intent is nothing special.
Roar! Fall back! That is the soul-devouring banner refined from the remains of 10,000 female cultivators!
The Sword Ancestor said, evil will not triumph over righteousness.
How do her sword techniques match the legendary 九天 sword Ken's origin?
Forgive me, Ancestor.
I lost.
Worthless.
Holy Sun!
I am here.
Next match, you go. Don't disappoint me.
Yes.
Was the last lesson not enough?
I was careless last time. This time, I have the Ancestor's divine artifact in hand. What can you use to win now?
Demonic sword. Blood devourer of the nether.
Are you ready to become the Ancestor's furnace?
Blood Devourer of the Nether. What sword is that?
This is the demonic sword that the Blood River Ancestor refined from the souls of 100,000 cultivators. Merely holding it in hand, one's cultivation can surge 100-fold.
So what? The Sword Ancestor said, villains die because they talk too much.
Your Sword Ancestor has been poisoned with a rare poison. Today, he can't even protect himself.
Hey, Mantis! Trying to stop a chariot! No, the demonic energy has entered her body. I am afraid she doesn't have much time to live.
It seems today, the spirit sword sect can be destroyed.
The director's poison makeup is too realistic. Good thing I know it is just acting. Otherwise, I would really think she's about to die.
Don't you dare bully my senior sister! Even if the sword ancestor can't fight, Spirit Sword Sect still has me!
Spirit Sword Sect? Just relying on 2 little girls to hold the fort. Where is the sword ancestor? Why won't he even make a peep?
What? Sword ancestor? I think he is more like a sword turtle.
Sword ancestor, you haven't recovered from the poison yet. You are no match for them.
Damn it! If it weren't for the script being predetermined, I would never let these nobodies climb on top of me, the sword ancestor.
Senior sister! His demonic sword can corrode spiritual energy!
The sword ancestor is just hiding behind watching the show. Do you want me to help you drag him up here to die together?
Is the sword ancestor scared shitless? Can't even protect his own disciples.
This blood, it is burning hot. What kind of special effects blood did the director use? To burn holes through the rope!
The swords of the spirit sword sect, as soft as your sword ancestor.
Sword ancestor, look what fine disciples you've taught. They're about to become my cauldron.
Lord Sword Ancestor, think of something. If you don't act, they'll die.
If he could act, he'd have rushed up already. Probably too poisoned to even stand right.
Sword ancestor, Kyoto 3 times, and I'll let them die intact.
Then, take this spirit dissolving pill. I might even keep you as a sweeping servant.
Kyoto now! Kyoto! Don't you see your disciples are dying?
Sword ancestor, your poison hasn't healed. Going up would be walking to your death.
Don't agree. Sword ancestor, run. Don't worry about us.
How dare you, brat!
Spirit Sword Sect finally let an old geezer come on stage.
Purple Cloud Fairy. I think it is Purple Cloud, older woman. Even the sword ancestor can't protect himself. You are just coming up to die.
You alone are not enough to turn the tide.
Today, the Spirit Sword Sect will be destroyed.
Old geezer, kneel down and lick my shoes, and I'll give you a chance to be my cauldron.
You were dreaming.
Don't tell me you still think the sword ancestor will protect you.
Sword ancestor, do you see?
This is what happens when you protect them.
Now it is your turn.
Dead.
Sword ancestor, don't let them destroy the sect.
This isn't makeup effects. This is real. Number Joan. Stop pretending. Wake up. Who's the makeup artist? Give him more fake blood now. Director. Yo cut.
Roland. Damn it. What do I do?
A dying struggle.
Yeah. I'll hold them off with senior sect leader. You take the sword ancestor and go quickly.
No. I'll stay with you.
Forget about us. Go now. You are the hope of our Spirit Sword Sect, Lord Sword Ancestor. From now on, the Spirit Sword Sect is entrusted to you.
Number.
That is not how it goes in the script. This isn't acting.
This sword ancestor of yours is really a fool. Even on the verge of death, he still imagines this is all fake. Lord Sword Ancestor, are you truly going to force your way through reincarnation?
To perfect my sword intent, I must force my way through reincarnation. Using a mortal body as the furnace. But rest assured, after reincarnation, I will return to protect the sect.
So, this isn't acting. I really am the Sword Ancestor.
What a pity. I was planning to take her back for some fun. But it is fine. A corpse works just as well. Now let's see who can save you.
Sword Ancestor! Enter!
Die! This is the legendary dragon, Phoenix Sword Intent!
Impossible. Wasn't he poisoned?
Sword Ancestor, you're poisoned.
Poison! I was just acting for the dogs to see.
Sword Ancestor, wasn't I dead?
The Sword Ancestor actually, at the cost of his sword heart, brought Ruham back to life.
I won't let you die. You are not allowed to die.
How dare you! You dared to kill my holy son!
I've been waiting for it.
If it weren't for you sealing my demonic veins back then, I would have unified the immortal sects long ago! How is that possible? Weren't you clearly poisoned?
No way. Could the Sword Ancestor's poison really have been removed?
Are you talking about me?
Sword Ancestor, what is this?
Who said I was really poisoned? Disciples of the Spirit Sword sect! Hear my command!
Perfect.
This time, it saves me the trouble of hunting you all down.
The Bliss sect has wronged me! The Sword Ancestor has truly been reborn! Yeah, if I'd known, I wouldn't have come!
The Bliss sect has fallen. What about you? Do you want to keep fighting? Or sign a surrender?
Sword Ancestor! Spare us! We were blind! We were misled by the Bliss sect's lies! I'll order the sect to withdraw now! We'll offer Spirit Vein Stones to the Spirit Sword sect annually.
Sword Ancestor, we have been disrespectful. The Spirit Sword sect will follow your every command from now on.
The 7 major sects have signed their surrender. They'll pay 30% of the Spirit Vein profits annually.
All the profits will go to the disciples as perks and build 10 more martial arenas. Rowan, follow me to the Sword Ancestors Hall.
This is
a film prop from the director. It allows me to roam the world.
In the next movie, do you want to play my partner?
Okay.